Hi, and welcome to this Express Pilates workout. It's a cold and rainy day here, so we're going to get started. Happy Bahrain National Day, by the way. We are going to use a really light weight. Let me grab my weight. It's 2 kg, so about 5 pounds. You have an option of using one weight. I wouldn't go heavier than this. Maybe even a water bottle if that's all you have handy, like a 500 milliliter water bottle or something like that. So let's get squared up on our mats and our feet are right underneath our hips. I want your knees nice and soft. We're going to start with some nice shoulder rolls forward and back. Just some nice, easy breathing here. Let's reverse direction. Let's go back and forward. Good. Make sure that you're standing with your feet right underneath your hips and your knees are nice and soft. We're going to do a little bit of pelvic rocking forward and back just to try to loosen up through the lower back. Start to feel our core wake up. As you rock your pelvis up, you're going to feel like your core is engaged. Good. We're going to do a little warm up for the feet. So let's stop with our core in neutral. So our pelvis, for a lot of us, is just tucked up a little bit and our abs are on and they're engaged. And I'm going to just walk through the feet a little bit, just coming up on my toes, kind of stretching through the arches of my feet. This is also a really nice stretch if you have pain in your Achilles tendon. Nice. 3 more like this. Okay, our feet are about hip width apart, knees are nice and soft. We're going to do a little warm up for the upper back. Do a little side bend. Other arm comes over to meet it. Curve through the middle, press through your heels, and come on up. So it's side bend, other arm over, through the middle, and up. Bend, curve, really feel the stretch here through your lats, through your upper shoulder, and up. One more each side. I'll turn to the side so you can see. I'm really trying to emphasize this big curve in my upper back. Press through your heels and up. One last time, side bend. Other arm meets it. Curve through the back and up. Good. Let's just do some nice big breaths. And exhale. 3 more. And 8. Arms right out in front. We're going to do a big step back lunge with a turn over the front knee. So we're rotating up and feet together. Other leg comes back. Big rotation here and up. Starting to warm up the obliques, shoulders a little bit. Back is nice and straight. Spine is vertical, but we're rotating through the spine. This is number 4. Let's do 5, 3 more, 6, get nice and low through that lunge, 7, and 8. Nice. Come on up. I'm going to move to the back of my mat. Maybe I'll turn this direction because we're going to do some full roll down, starting with the chin, upper back, middle part of the back. My hands are just tracking right in front of my legs, and then I push through the heels and come up nice and slow, really curving through the back, and at the end, shoulders back and down. 2 more, just like that. Then we're going to come down to the floor. Exhale, push. 1 more, and we're going to spend some time down at the bottom. So Knees are just a little bit bent. Arms are nice and relaxed and loose. Let's just hang out here for a little bit. You might want to bend and straighten your knees just a little bit to warm up through the back of your legs. Good. And I'm going to walk my feet or walk my hands forward so we're all the way down on all fours. Should I change this direction? All right, since we're here on all fours, we're going to do a few cat-cows, pushing up, and then tailbone comes back, straightening your back, pushing the floor away, shoulder blades back, and looking up. 2 more just like that. And up. 1 more. All right, let's step back to a full plank so your hands are just a little bit wider than your shoulders. Core is engaged. I want you to squeeze your glutes here. We're going to just hang out here for a little bit, warming up through our shoulders and our back. From here, let's do a little saw. So we push our heels forward and back, pushing the floor away with our hands. Maybe even getting a little nice stretch through your calves. 10 more seconds here. Let's go 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully place your knees down. We're going to push all the way back to a child's pose, but we're not going to stay here long. From here, we're going to do a body wave all the way forward, curving through your back. Feet come up, press your hips down, and look up at the ceiling. I want you to go back the same way you got here. So all the way back, curving through your upper back, rounding, and forward. 1 more. Probably starting to feel like your shoulders are warming up. Your arms are ready to do a little bit of work. And nice. I'm going to come down to my side. From here, I'm going to have the weight right out in front so I can easily grab it. But we're going to start at sort of this side clamshell position. My feet are lined up with my glutes, and I'm nice and tall on this arm. So I'm pushing the floor away, and I'm trying to make some space between my ribs and the floor. So I'm not sagging down like this. This is a lot of pressure on the shoulder. If that's too much, you have the option to come down and support your head like this. If you're okay with this, we're going to stay right here, top hand right on top of the legs. We're going to exhale, push your hips up, all the way up and over and down. Exhale. Nice. 4 more just like this. 3, 2, and last one, we're going to stay up, squeeze your glutes, hips stay up. We're going to come with the weight right in front. We're going to do a little thread the needle all the way through, rotate and look up. 8 of these. 7, 6, 5, 3, keep pushing the floor away. 2, and 1, we're going to hold it up and bring my knees in just a little bit. Bring the weight out at an angle, and I'm going to bring it back behind my head and up. This is a tricep extension. So maybe you've done this version at the gym. It's a little bit harder because we have gravity working against us here. Let's do 4 more like this. 3, 2, keep squeezing your glutes, and 1. Now I want to look down at the floor. We're going to pull your elbow down towards your ribs using your back and up. So this is like a lat pull down. 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8, one more move in this position. Your bottom arm and shoulder should be getting pretty tired. We're going to do a bicep curl right here. 2, 3, 4. Belly button is in. 2 more. And 8. Drop your hips. One more exercise, but I want you to get a little bit of a break for that bottom shoulder. And this one is tough. You can choose to do this without any weight at all, or you can use the weight. We're going to do a lift and lower with the arm straight out from the shoulder. Lift and lower. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully drop the weight. We're going to come all the way down, bringing the bottom arm, wrapping it around your waist, and the top arm is right in front of the bottom shoulder. Bring your knees in just a little bit. We're going to do 8 one-arm push-ups. This is super challenging. Exhale and press. So my elbow is close to my body here. It's almost like a tricep push-up, but instead of being out at a 90-degree angle, it's back. This is number 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. Let's stay up. Come all the way back. Wide knees. Push yourself back to a big child's pose. We're going to wiggle and stretch our arms and our shoulders out before we do all of that on the other side. Nice. Come on up. All right, we have to do all of that on the other side. I'm going to flip over. Is this okay? Can you see me? Okay. I'm going to flip over. If I look down, my heels and my glutes and my shoulders are all in alignment. Knees are out in front, and I'm really pushing the floor away. So I'm pushing, lifting up and out through this elbow. Top arm is extended. We're just going to come up and over for 8. Using your obliques, pushing through the shoulder. 5 more. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, and then we hold it up on this last one. We're all the way up. Carefully grab the weight for a little thread the needle. Look down at the floor. Bring the needle just above the floor and up. 2. Really rotate. Use your obliques. 3. Nice. 5, 6, and 8. We hold it up right here. Come out at about a 45-degree angle. Bend your elbow and extend. Should feel this in your triceps. 2, 3, 4. Keep pushing the floor away. Hips are nice and high here. 2 more. 7 and 8. Drop the weight. You're going to bring your elbow down in towards your rib cage and up, really pulling with your lats, pulling with your back. 3, 5. This is where I don't want you to have too heavy of a weight. 7 and 8. Last thing here, bring the weight down. Elbow stays closer to your waist. We're going to do a bicep curl. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's drop your hips all the way down. This is where we have our arm out, and we're just going to lift and lower. And then we have those one-arm push-ups. Lift, exhale, and lower. 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Carefully drop the weight. We have those one arm push-ups, then another round of push-ups, and then we're going to go through a little bit of a leg series. So bottom hand wraps around your waist. Top hand is right out in front of the shoulder. Exhale and push. Should definitely feel this right in the back of the arms. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Let's come all the way up. I'm going to face you this way. We're going to do 2 sets of push-ups, and then we're going to stretch. So this first one, hands are right underneath your shoulders. I want your belly button in. We're going to drop all the way down to our elbows and press. Not the hardest push-up. 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. One more set of push-ups. This time we're going to come together with a diamond shape with our fingers and our thumbs, and walk your knees back just a little bit. Drop your hips forward so you're in this plank, modified plank position. We're going to do a tricep push-up, and that means your elbows stay really close to your body and we press. So it's more like this than out here like this. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, squeeze your glutes, 5, 4, 3, and 1. Nice. Let's push back to a child's pose. Stretch your arms out all the way. Relax your head down, forehead is down. And we are going to get ready for a leg and a clamshell series. Let's come on up, back to all fours. Knees are about hip width or a little bit wider, and we're just going to swing our hips side to side. We're going to get ready to do some fairly challenging leg work. I'm going to be using this weight again, 5 pounds. I've done all of these exercises without a weight, and I'm telling you, they're really challenging, even if you're not using a weight. So let's come down to one side. This time, our head is going to be in our hands. Same thing though. I want your knees out in front and your heels tucked back so they're in alignment with your glutes. Before we start any sort of work here, I want you to really kind of lift up through this shoulder just a little bit, just so we're not like sinking down completely. And then I want you to lift up through your waist a little bit so your top hip is pulling down. So we're really active through our core. Hand is nice and relaxed in front. We're just going to lift and lower for 8, just like this. 7, 6, 5, 4. So you should be feeling this right about in the side of the glutes. And 1. Now I'm going to grab this weight. Again, you don't have to use the weight. Let's do this one more time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to bring the knee in towards my chest just a little bit. Lift and lower here. Extend out. Lift and lower. So the closer the weight is to your knee, the more weight you're going to have on your leg. 2, 3. Nice. 4. Nice and slow here. 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to hold the leg out, just little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, we're going to come to an all fours position. So remember which leg was on top. For me, it was my left leg. And then I'm going to grab the weight behind my left knee. So it looks like this. I have to flex my toe so that I have the weight squeezed between my calf and my hamstring. My hands are right out in front, little bit of a bend in the elbow, and my belly button is tucked up and in, just so I'm not arching through my back and squeezing the weight. This is the challenge. We're going to lift and lower. 8, 7. Belly button is in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the knee high here. Foot is flexed. We're going to lift straight up towards the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep squeezing the weight. And now we're going to open to the side and close. If you can see this, I always say my hips are like a book. 6, 5, open and close the book. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take this knee, we're going to lift, cross it over the opposite foot and over. So you're making like a rainbow. 8, 7, 6. I want you to think of having equal weight on both of your hands here. So we're not leaning over to that one side. 2 and 1. And then we have one really small move. I want your knee as high as your hip. And all you're trying to do is squeeze your hamstring. So you squeeze your heel like you're trying to kick your heel into your glute. 3, 4. Should feel it. Ooh, right here in the back of the leg. 3, 2, and 1. Let's drop that heel and drop the knee. We're going to go back to this little wiggle, wiggle, side to side. You should have felt that on the bottom standing leg as well as on the outside of the working leg. Good job. We're going to flip over, do all of that on the other side. So I'm back down to 90 degrees. Let's see if I can get myself squared up here. Knees are at 90 degrees. Knees are right out from your hips and your heels are tucked back just a little bit. I'm nice and strong through this bottom shoulder, and then I'm lifting up through the weight. Top shoulder, we tend to get a lot of tension and pressure once we start getting tired, and I see people tensing up like this. Try to stay nice and relaxed through that top shoulder, and we lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Grab the weight if you're using it. I forgot to mention, if you're not using the weight, you can actually just use your hand for a little bit of pressure with all of these exercises. But I also have my weight. I'm going to place it down close to my knee, and we do the same movement. 8, 7, 6, 5. Top shoulder is relaxed. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we bring the knee in, open, close, leg comes out, foot is flexed, open and close, in and out. I'm kicking my agave plant. I'm going to come forward just a little bit. 3, 4, 5. Good. This one, you're really feeling it. 7. Oof. And 8. And out. Hold it up. We lift and lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's bring the weight forward. We flip over to all fours. We have those donkey kicks and hip openers on this side. Okay, carefully grab the weight. You have to flex the foot. Both hands are out in front. I really want you to think of having equal weight on both hands as we do all these exercises, and elbows are just a little bit bent, and then tuck up your belly button. Back is nice and straight. I always say pretend you have a tray of drinks on your lower back and you don't want them to spill. And the first thing we do here, squeezing the weight, we lift and lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it lifted, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knee and we open out to the side. You have to squeeze the weight pretty hard here or you're going to drop it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then we open, big, make a big rainbow, cross the knee over the bottom foot. Good. Big rainbow, big arc with the knee. 4, 5, 7, and 8. Then we bring the knee up to about hip height. Bring the heel in, squeeze, and release. Sometimes we do this with a ball. This is a hamstring squeeze. You're doing awesome. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Release all the way down. We're going to do a little bit of stretching and release for the hips. So let's just sit forward. Knees are right out from your hips and feet are right in front of your knees. We're going to just do our 90-90s side to side. This kind of massages the glutes a little bit and it gets to the outside of the hips. Goal here is to try to get both knees down on the floor. It doesn't always happen. That's okay. But if you're actively like pushing your knee down, lifting up your hips a little bit, you feel more of a stretch on the side of the leg. Very nice. Okay, hold it down to one side. My left knee is forward. I'm going to come across with my right arm. I'm going to add a little twist here, looking over my back shoulder. And I'm going to rotate through all the way with my legs and my arm. Now my left arm is touching my right knee and I'm rotating over my right shoulder. Good. One more thing, each side. So now my left knee is forward. I'm going to walk forward into this modified pigeon pose, pushing my elbows down into the floor and really feeling a stretch through the side of my left leg. Good. Up and over to the other side, we have a little bit of core after this for a well-rounded, quick holiday workout. Nice. We're going to come back up. Feet are right out from your hips, and we're going to sit up nice and tall. Just a couple of minutes of core because I'm trying to keep this video short so that you have time to get on with your day and do whatever it is that you need to do. So before we start our core section, I'm standing up nice and tall. My back is really straight. Arms are right out in front, and I'm going to start just curving through my back. We're going to make our way down to the mat, but we do it in super slow motion. So we really have this C curve, trying to get this C curve curving through your back, pressing each vertebrae down into the floor. So now, don't get there yet. You're still here with me. Just the top of your yoga pants, your waistband, is touching the floor. Just there. And then we come down one more vertebrae. Ooh, one more. Now, middle part of your back is touching the mat. Very bottom of your shoulder blades. Middle part of your shoulder blades. And we are down. Bring your hands right behind your head. I'm going to come forward a little bit, walk your feet in. We're going to exhale, come up for a crunch and lower. 8, 7. Elbows stay nice and wide, looking straight up at the ceiling. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up. We're going to do a little side bend to our left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. We stay up. Go over to the right. 8, 7. Press your heels down on the floor. 6. Keep your knees from wobbling. 4. Just your shoulders are up here. 2, and 1. Relax down for just a second. We're going to come up to a tabletop position. One knee comes up, other knee up. I want your knees to stay on top of your hips. What I see a lot of people do is we get tired. It's easier if we're up here and our glutes are off the mat, but I want your knees right on top of your hips. There we go. So you're making a straight line. We're going to do those 3 things that we just did. Now with the knees up, elbows wide, we crunch up for 8, 7, 6. Don't move your knees. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We stay up. We crunch to the left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crunch to the right. 8, 7, 6. Supporting your head in your hands. 3, 2, and 1. Lower your head for this next exercise. We're just going to open and close our knees. So we're in this frog position, maybe feeling this in your hips a little bit. 6, 5, 4, 3. You can probably guess what's coming next. 2, and 1. Hold the knees out, hands come up and through. Touch your heels. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back behind your head. Head stays up and we drop our toes. Knees are nice and wide. 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to add a little twist. Right elbow to left knee. Stay on this side. 6, 5, 4. Good. And then left elbow to right knee as you raise your legs. 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Just a couple more moves and then we're almost done with class. We're going to start with your feet down on the floor. We're just going to raise one knee up. We're going to bring the leg out to about 45 degrees and then up to the knee for a single leg stretch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good. 2, and 1. Let's switch. Other side, knee in and out. 8, 7, 6. We're doing another version of this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Actually, 2 more versions, and then we're done. Let's come back up to this tabletop position. We're going to do the same thing, but with both knees up. So knee comes out, and we crunch. Lift and crunch. 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. Now right leg comes out. We try to bring our chest up to our knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, And 8. We're going to hold both knees in. Just a quick little break, and then we do a double leg stretch. Looks like this. Arms come around and back into the knees. Join me for 8, 6, 5. You can do it. 4, 3. Shoulders stay up. 2 and 1. Good. Drop all the way down. Stretch both legs out and arms come all the way up overhead. Big stretch through your abs. Good. Now bring one knee in. Stretch the knee in towards your chest. Rock side to side here a little bit. Good. Let's stay on this side. Straighten and stretch through that same leg. So you can hold on to the back of your calf here, or you can even hold on to the back of your hamstring, but the idea is to get your foot over your face and your leg as straight as possible. So you feel the stretch here in the back of your leg. For a lot of people, that means they feel the stretch even when they're down here. That's okay. Good. Let's drop this leg, straighten the left leg, right knee comes in, and we rock side to side. Now the sun is coming out. I don't know, it's supposed to rain some more later, I think. Leg up, and we stretch through the hamstring. Good. We're going to sit all the way up for a little bit of arm and back stretching because we did do a lot of arm work with that little 2 kg or 5-pound weight. First thing I'm going to do, just interlace your hands behind your back and stretch. Try to reach your knuckles down into the floor, really pulling your shoulders back and down. This should feel really good for the tops of your shoulders. If you're here and you're comfortable, we're going to lift and lower our arms. Feeling a nice stretch in the chest, maybe the top of the back, top of the shoulders. Nice. All right, just come around, bring your hands to the top of your knees. We're just going to curve through your back and then use your arms, pull you back up to vertical. Nice. Okay, we're going to do these rotations again. I'm just sitting comfortably cross-legged. Bring your right arm across to your left knee and look over your left shoulder. Ooh, my back just cracked. Back through center, left arm over your right knee, and we rotate through. All right, just a couple of arm stretches. Bring that arm all the way across. Try to keep the shoulder down so it's not up by your ear. And just gently hug that arm in. Should feel the stretch all the way here through the side of the rotator cuff, through the shoulder. Good. Bring this same arm up and over. Bend the elbow and a little tug on the elbow here for a tricep stretch. Beautiful. Drop the arms, other arm comes across. My microphone is there. And up and over. Good. Drop your arms, shake them out. This is a reminder that in the new year, I'm going to have a 10-day Pilates challenge coming up in January, and it starts for all levels, all beginners. Really wanted to make it quick and easy. I find that sometimes people are a little bit lofty with their New Year's goals, and they make these huge goals like I'm going to go to the gym 5 times a week, or, and they set themselves up for failure. So I just wanted to make a program with a little bit of movement, and we're going to start really small, 7 or 8 minutes, and then going all the way to like 20, 30 minutes for 10 days. And it's just going to bring a little bit of movement into your life. And most importantly, it's going to be achievable for everyone. So stay tuned on this channel. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you feel good and have a great holiday. Have a great December wherever you are. Thank you.